Partner,
Yes.
eto na.
How was it? Jeetkunedo. I love your shirt.
Yeah. Iba
Bruce
talaga
Lee
yung
na
ano
Bruce
eh.
Lee.
Ever since I was a kid, talagang Bruce Lee fan na ako. Kaya nung na-meet ko si Sifu, Rodney Hitchcock, grabe, sobrang excited na excited ako. Tinuruan niya ako. Napakaraming tinuro niya, partner.
Okay, so...
Marami kang makikita.
Okay, na-feel mo yung presence ni Bruce Lee.
Sobra, sobra. Kaya partner, if you're a fan of both martial arts and Bruce Lee, siguradong magugustuhan nyo ang martial art na ito. Punch, kick, and get into Bruce Lee's art of intercepting fist, jeetkunedo. Way of the intercepting fist. This is the personal expression of the martial art legend Bruce Lee on his own concept of fighting, more commonly known as jeetkunedo.
Jeetkunedo is Bruce Lee's martial art, of course. Most people do know that. The history of it's kind of storied. It's went through changes. You kind of have to give Bruce Lee's whole history in America, actually, to kind of understand Jeetkunedo, or a lot of times we just call it JKD. So we started teaching that, especially probably the main reason was because the lack of other instructors to finish his training with. And then he looked at other things, styles, not to really finish his training, but he knew there were still things to learn, so being very open-minded, he kind of analyzed other martial arts, looked at them a little bit, and they caused him to experiment, maybe alter certain techniques, add to certain techniques.
Walang specific na form ang jeetkunedo, but its flexibility can cover all styles. Para kay Bruce Lee, isa itong idea of fighting, a body of styles molded and changed in scientific street fighting. And lately, the Philippines was very lucky to be visited by a jeetkunedo expert, Sifu Rodney Hitchcock, who received an instructor certification from Ted Wong, who is one of Bruce Lee's original students.
I was one of the lucky ones and got a lot of instruction with Ted Wong. He has passed, and I am just trying to share his teachings. That's why he started teaching, because he just wanted people to know what Bruce Lee was doing. He felt that some people were doing it maybe incorrectly or not quite exactly the way Bruce was doing it. He just wanted to carry on his legacy. And so I kind of feel like that's what I have to do now for Ted, is help him. I think that's why he made me an instructor in Jeetkunedo, is for me to do that. So that's my job to do that.
Absorb what is useful and discard the rest. Ito ang principle ng jeetkunedo, isang strategy to be more effective in fighting. Alam niyo mga ka-sports, since I was a kid, idol ko na talaga si Bruce Lee. Kaya naman my all-time favorite martial art is jeetkunedo. And today, I'm very honored to have with us, certified by Bruce Lee's personal protege, Sigong Ted Wong himself. Mga ka-sports, let's all welcome Sifu Rodney Hitchcock.
First thing, Jeetkunedo is based on the stance. First thing he did is he was thinking about the stance. So if you did a jab, right, that's a boxing jab, good. And lock this out, and I want to show you why he felt that this needed to be altered just a little bit. So keep your arms straight, okay. And so also a lot of times there's this give here, there's a give here, and the balance, there's no structure behind it. So he applied a little bit of his Kung Fu training and was punching like this. And by doing this, it made the arm a little stronger. But he still had a give here, but not as much. You know, she didn't go back as much that time. So then he thought, the end of his punch, he would rotate his shoulder, bang, into it. So if you get in that finished position, you didn't move anywhere.
Wow.
The difference there is when you hit something now, by hitting like this as opposed to this, you have structure. What structure does is it allows you to apply more force this way. So that's the science that he started working on in punching. So the next thing in the stance is the footwork. So in your stance, kind of like that, good. And to deliver optimum force in this direction, there's a line of force. And that line of force is from this arch. If you bring your toe to this and turn your foot more like that, good. See, now this is your line of force, because when you throw this punch, your line of force will go in this direction right here, bang. If you don't have that line of force, can you hit me like that and it'd be good? Yeah, but hold it like that. Boom. Put that line of force here. Boom, good. And rotate that shoulder behind it. There's your line of force, boom. So, that's the science. So now, if you get in your stance here, good. The next thing is this punch, what we call straight lead, because it is delivered different than boxing. Another thing Bruce liked to do is it's like what we call nowadays the gun sight theory. So I want you to don't move your hand at all, I just want you to where you're at now, I want you to extend your index finger. Okay, and point it directly at your target. So if this is your target, you're still high. So bring it here. Close your finger there, and then go straight from here. Jeet Kune Do starts from long range. Gun sight theory, bang, and hit here, okay? So Bruce Lee took from fencing and boxing was footwork. So what he did is he thought, I want to fight from further range so I'm not getting punched and kicked. I can't reach you from this further range. That's why we need footwork with stuff. Okay? So from here, what he came up with was what in fencing they called a lunge. Bruce Lee uses it as a push step. So here, what we do with this punch is we push. The next thing is this, hit my hand before that foot hits the ground. The footwork in kicking is what we call a pendulum step, you know, like a pendulum swing, this little thing. What you're gonna do, and I'm gonna stand sideways kind of so you can see me do this. What I'm gonna do is bring this foot, and all I want you to do is bring your knee up like this. So this is your pendulum, up, back down. So we'll kind of try to do a little combo here, okay? And so what I want to do is I want you to slip. I want you to slip, boom. I want you to slip, and I'm going to step back and I want you to go straight lead. Boom, and hook kick. Bang. Now let's see, what's one more way we can take that combo? The same techniques. Hook kick, and before that foot hits the ground, hit that. Bang, like drive forward off your back foot. Now, do one more time. Slip this way. Boom, slip this way. And then you got a shot to the body, and this is where it starts getting different, or you have that. And so that's what Bruce Lee did. Just 5 punches and 3 kicks, but there's just an infinite amount of combinations you can make out of those, putting them in different orders.
Ang JKD ay isang continuum perpetual motion, pero mayroong flow of stillness na nagpapalakas ng awareness, perceptiveness, and intuition. When practicing Jeet Kune Do, always remember that you are expressing the technique and not doing the technique. Okay, if you're looking for a martial art that teaches flexibility like the adaptability of water, what better way to go than to try the martial art of Bruce Lee himself, Jeet Kune Do.